Good morning, everyone. I am Professor Amit Jadhav. Today, we are going to see control statements in Java. In last lecture, we have seen how to get an input from user using Java programming by the different ways. So today, we are going to see the control statements. There are different control statements that we are using in Java programming. These statements we have already discussed in a Python programming as well as C programming. Just we are going to find out what are the different syntax that are uses in a Java programming. So basically the statements are divided into three types. First one is the selection statement, second one is the iteration statement, and third one are jump statements. So in selection statements that we use to check the particular condition is true or false. If it is true, then statement get executed. Otherwise, statement never get executed. In iteration statement, these statements are nothing but the loop statements where particular the loop get executed until particular condition is true. And last one is the jump statement. It will redirect you to new location. For that, we use jump statement. So let's first see the selection statement. Selection statement are also known as the decision making statement because it helps to take the decision for the programmer. Basically, the selection statements divide into two types. First one is the selection statements, or we call it as the if statement, if else statement, and second one is the switch statement. So in if statement, there are different types. First one is the simple if, second one is if else, third one is if else ladder, fourth one is nested if. So let's first see the simple if statement. Here is the syntax in Java programming, same like a C programming. If is the keyword that we use. Here we write the condition, and if that condition is true, then this statement one get executed. So this is the flow chart for the same. So here we start. Here we check the condition. If that condition is true, then statement get executed. If that condition is false, then it will end the program. So this is the simple if program example. So here we import java.util.scanner to get the input to read the input given by the user. So first here we declare the class example dot underscore ef. Here we write the main method. First we define a variable with type integer marks. So here we write the scanner method scanner and create its object in is equal to new scanner system.in and write message on output using system.out.println. Enter your marks. So here on output screen we find this message. We read the input by using in.nextInt method, and that we store in a marks variable. Here we check the condition using if statement. If marks is greater than 36, then print you are pass. So when we are going to execute this program, we get it will show us a message, enter your marks. And if we enter the marks greater than 36, then we get the message that you are pass. So next one is the if else syntax, if else statement. In last example, we have seen that if the particular condition is true, then statement one get executed. But if that particular condition is false, it will end the program. So for that we use if else statement. So here it is the syntax if condition and then statement one else statement two. So here we first check the condition. If that condition is true, then statement 1 get executed. Otherwise, statement 2 get executed. So this is the if else syntax. So this is the flowchart for the same. If the condition is true, then statement 1 get executed. If the condition is false, then statement 2 get executed. And after that, the program gets end. So here is the same example that we discussed in a if statement. Class example if here we declare or import java.util.scanner. First we define the variable marks, then read that value marks.if next.in. If marks greater than 36, then system.out.println you are pass, else you are fail. So first here it checks the condition whether the given marks are greater than 36 or not. If it is, then it will print the statement you are pass. If marks are less than 36, then it first checks here. This condition false, then it directly comes here and execute this statement you are fail. So this is an example of if else. Next one is the nested if else. Here we first check the condition. If that condition is true, this statement get executed. If this condition is false, it comes to the else if. And in else if, it checks the condition. If this condition is true, then this statement get executed. Otherwise, it goes to the next statement, next else if. Again, it checks the condition. If this condition is true, then the statement get executed. This we can repeat n number of times until the particular condition gets satisfied. Otherwise, we can write else. The else part will execute it. If all these conditions are failed, it directly comes to the else part and else block get executed. So here is the simple example of if else ladder. Here we import java.util.scanner class day. Here we write the main method, and here we create an object of scanner class. We read the input from the user. Okay, the program is for if user enter the number, it will display the particular day. For example, if user enter 5, then it will show it's a Friday or Friday. So for that we write a program. So first we check the first we get the input from the user, and we check if day is equal to 0, then we will print Sunday. If user enter 5, then it will check this condition. This condition day is equal to 1 false, so it will comes to the next else if. Else if day is equal to 2, here again the condition is false because user enters 5, and 5 is equal to 2 is false, so it will comes to the next. Else if day is equal to 3, again its condition is false, it comes to the next else if. Here again the condition is false, it will comes to the next else if. Else if it will print the Friday, and again it check the 6 and 7 else also. Again it checks the else if 6, and then comes out of e block, that is here, and program gets end. If all the condition gets false, it comes to the else part and it will print the message invalid input. So if user enter 2, then it first check this and this. Here it will print. It will again check the third and 4 and 5 and 6, because we are not using break here. If you want to come out of the loop, you can use break statement here. So nested if means we are using if within if. So here we start with the its syntax is if condition, then again we check the condition. If both the conditions are true, then this statement get executed. Otherwise, this statement get executed. And here, if this condition is false, this else get executed. Here again we use the condition. If this condition is true, then this statement is executed. Otherwise, this statement will executed. So this is the simple program to check if else ladder. No, sorry, nested if else. So here we first define the import the scanner java.util.scanner library. Here we write the class name as a max value. We write our main method here. Then we define the three variables a, comma b, comma c, and one more variable max. Initially we assign 0 value to it. Here we create an object of scanner class, scanner s, and get the input from the user. So we write the message, enter value for a, b, and c. Here we check whether a is greater, b is greater, or c is greater, the largest number between three. Okay, so for that we get the three numbers from user, enter value for a, that read that value and store in variable a, then enter value for b and store it in variable b, then enter value for c and store it in a variable c. First we check the condition if a greater than b. If a greater than b, then it again check in if whether a greater than c. If it is, then we write max is equal to a. If not, if a is greater than b but a is less than c, then this else get executed and max is equal to c. If uh, a is not greater than b, then this else will get executed. It again check whether b greater than c. If b is greater than c, here the already condition that b greater than a, and we check here whether b is greater than c or not. If it is, then max is equal to b, otherwise max is equal to c. And after that we print its value, maximum value is plus max. So if we enter the value of a is 5, value of b is 3, and value of c is 7. So it first check if a is greater than b, a's value is 5 and b's value is 3. So this condition is true. So it again check a greater than c. So a's value 5 and c's value 7. So this condition again get false. It will comes to the else and max equal to c. So it will not comes here because this if condition is true. So it will directly come and print the value of max. Max value is equal to max, that is 7. So we get the output max value is equal to 7. So here we end with the if statements. Next one is the switch statement, the second part. In switch, we again check the conditions. Its syntax is switch expression and case value. Here we first check the first statement. If that statement is true, then if this case is true, then this statement is executed. Otherwise, it check the next case. If this case is true, it will print this statement. Otherwise, it comes to next, and so on. This is the syntax. Here the default statement. If all the cases are false, then it will execute the default statement. So this is the flowchart for the switch statement. Start, variable or expression. It check the first case A. If this is true, then it will print the statement in case A and break. After break, it will comes outside the loop, outside the program, and end the program. Next, case B. If case B is true, then it will execute the B block, and using break, it will comes outside the switch case loop. Same for the next condition. If all these conditions, all these cases are false, then it will give the default case. So it will execute the default statement and end the program. So this is an example of this. If we get the input number from user and we will print the particular day. So these all things are same. We create an object of scanner class, then we get the input from the user. Suppose user enter 5, it check the first case, second case, third case, fourth case, fifth case. It will print it's a Friday, and here we use break, so it will come outside the switch loop and end the programs. If if we enter 8, then it will check all these cases, no case match here, so it will print default statement system out of println, and it will come outside the loop. Next point is iterations. Iterations are divided into while, do while, and for. These are the iteration statements. So there are three fundamental things that we use in a iteration statement. First one is the initialization. Then we check the condition. The condition get executed. The statement block get executed if condition is true. And finally, we do the increment or the decrement as per our requirement. So these are the three fundamental things that we use in a iteration or the loops. There are different types of iteration available in Java programming. First one is the while, second one is the do while, and third one is the for statement. So let's see one by one. So in while, we first do the initialization, then we check the condition, and after that, if this condition is true, then after that these blocks get executed. Here we do the increment or the decrement as per our requirement. So here first we define m is equal to 1. This is nothing but the initialization. We check the condition by using while statement, while and condition is syntax. So while m less than 20. So here the value of m is 1. 1 less than 20, condition true, it will print the value of m using system.out.println. So first it will print value of m, that is 1. Then we write here m is equal to m plus 1. So now the m's value become 2, right? So again it check the condition, 2 less than 20, condition true, again print the statement, again increment, and it will happen up to 20. The same things happen up to 20. When the value become 20, 20 less than or equal to 20, value of, it will print the value of m is 20, then it will increase the value by 1. So now it's become 21. It again check 21 less than 20, condition false. Here condition false, it will come outside the loop. So here actually it means something. So here we write the class name while1, public static void main. In that we write string and args that you know already. Integer I equal to 1, while I less than 10, it will print the value of I, and then we do the increment. So first the value of 1, first the value of I is 1 up to 10. So the loops get executed up to the value 10. When the value become 10, value become 11, then this condition false, it comes the outside the loop and program gets end. So next one is the do while. Do while is opposite to the while loop. In while we first check the condition and then statements get executed. In do while we uh, first execute the statements and then we check the condition. So there is a difference between while and do while. In do while we check the condition at the end. So it also known as the bottom checking statement, bottom check, while is the top check. So its syntax is do statements, increment and decrement, and while the condition. Here we check the condition. If it is true, then again block get executed. Again check the condition. If this condition is true, again block get executed. If this condition is false, then it comes to the next line. So here we write the final value. We pass the final value, and here we write the semicolon. So this semicolon is important because in while we are not using semicolon here. So this is the simple example for do while. Class do while one, public static void main. Here we write the main method integer I equal to 1, integer sum is equal to 0, sum is equal to sum plus I plus plus, while I less than or equal to 10. So this program is basically to get the sum from 1 to 10. So initially we here it's a initialization. We initialize I to 1, then sum to 0. Here we do the sum is equal to sum plus I. So right now its value of sum is 0 and value of I is 1. 0 plus 1, 1. Sum become 1. Then we do I plus plus. So now I's value become 2. It check whether 2 less than or equal to 10. So the condition gets true. Again it do the addition. Now the sum's value is 1 and I's value is 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. Then again increment, again check the condition. It will happen up to the I's value become 11. When the value become 11, it comes outside the loop and it will print the sum of 1 to 10 is sum, whatever output we get. So next one is the for statement. In for statement, we do all these things in a one statement. That is, in a while we first do the initialize, then check the condition, then do increment and decrement. So in for we do in a single line. So for initialization, then we check the condition and do the increment and decrement. Here is the example for m is equal to 1, m less than 20, or m is equal to m plus 1, or we can write m plus plus, and we print the value of m. So first the value 1, it will check 1 less than 20, condition true, it will print this statement and do the increment. After that, again it check the condition 2 less than 20, it will print. It will executed up to until the value of m is 20. When it will increment and become 21, it will come outside the loop. So this is the simple program for the for statement. Here we write, here we define the variable integer I is equal to 1 for I is equal to 0, then semicolon I less than 5, semicolon I plus plus. And here we print the statement system.out.println example for loop, example of for loop. And here we close and so this statement will executed 4 times because here we write 0 and the value is less than 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will executed 5 times. So here we get the output. Next one is the, so here we ends with the iteration statement. So next one is the jump statement. In jump, there are 3 types. First one is the break, second one is the continue, and third one is the return. So this statement, break statement, we have already discussed. Break is used to come outside the loop. Continue is again join the loop, and return is used to return the value that is generally we use in a function. Okay, this statement is used to jump out of the loop. Break statement was previously used in a switch case statement that we have already discussed. On encountering the break statement within a loop, the execution continues with the next statement outside the loop. So whenever we use the break, it comes outside the loop. In switch case, I think we are discussed. Right? Switch case. Yes, here is if the value of user input is 1, it first check and it will print it's a Monday and break. When we use break statement, then it will not check all these conditions. It directly comes outside the loop. For that we use break statement. And continue is opposite. When we use continue, it again continue the loop. The remaining statement it will comes. So this is the use of break statement. So this is the program for the example of break. Here we initialize the value 1 to the variable I. We check the condition 1 less than 10, condition is true. It will print value of I, that is 1. It will increase the value 2, 3, 4. When the value of I is become 5, it will come outside the loop. So here we get the output as 1, 2, 3, 4. And whenever it's 5, it comes outside the loop and end the programs. So we get the output 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is the continue statement. This statement is used only within the looping statements. Whenever we want to continue the things, we use continue statement. While the continue statement is encountered, the next iteration starts. So it will continue the statement. The remaining statement in the loop are skipped. Okay. So here is an example for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 1. So sorry, here I less than or equal to 10 and I plus plus. So if I mod 2 is equal to 0, then continue. So when here the value of I is 1, it will check whether it's less than 10, condition is true. So it will check 1 mod 2 is equal to 0, condition false, it will come outside the loop. Again, the value of I greater than 1, it will equal 2, 2 less mod 2 is equal to 0, it will continue. So it will execute this statement. Again check the condition 3 mod 2 is equal to 0, then it will print this statement. When 4 mod equal to 2 equal to 0, it will continue. So it will comes outside the, again it check the condition. So do the increment and check the condition. And here we get the output 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So whenever it will come continue, it again check the condition. Okay. Last one is the return statement. Return statement is used to return the value for the particular function that we are going to discuss in function also. So whenever we call the function and the type, if its data type is integer, float, then it will return the values. The return statement immediately terminates the method in which it is executed. So whenever we use return always the last statements in program. So here it's an example. Here we boolean t's value is true, system.out.println before return. If t, then return. So it will return the caller. So where we call that function. So here it return to caller. So it will come here. And again it only prints system.out.println before the return. Because whenever it returns, it will never comes this line. So these lines never get executed. So here we end with the session. If you have find any difficulty, you feel free to call me or contact on WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching.